offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
57.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the turn.
Five.
Don't get nervous.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
You ain't pointing right, pointing right, pointing right. You ain't
First down, Mayfield. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Freeman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the curl, watch the curls. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Watch twist.
Pistol.
57's Mike.
Hey, wahoo. Let's go. Watch that.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. This is Grant. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Matchbox lights.
Rabbit.
Hey, seam 6. Let's go. Great. Let's make these 5-9.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Mike, 54. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Alert, 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 alert.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
Watch the run.
Bravo.
Mike spot 4.
Mayfield looks to throw. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
King.
51's the Mike, 51's the Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Mayfield down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check.
Watch the air.
Regular. Real. Run. What's that? Done.
Mayfield with it once more. Going deep for Diggs. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So a poor return exacerbated by a holding call makes this 1st and 10 back inside their own 5.
Empty.
Check safety.
What's this on? Hip on Tim. What's up?
From the gun, it's Wentz. Herndon's got it complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Bell. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. Here's Matt Bosher now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Regular. Watch the twist. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Hey, exit.
54. Here we go.
Hey, alert.
Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Quinnen Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Check pass. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. All day, just like that.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Watch the screen. Kill. Hey,
Run.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, alert 33.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
Mike spot 4.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Done.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz, that's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Go. 120.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, it's Jones. And some room to work. Jones breaking from the contact. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 43. Deuce. Watch twitch.
Bell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On second down, it's Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ronald Jones. His second touchdown of the night. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Point it right. Big time, my God.
Here's Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
That's what I do.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
You got nothing. Right there.
Hurry, hurry.
54.
Pistol. Hey, Haywood.
Now Mayfield. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Smooth. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 45's the mic.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And he's able to find Diggs. 16 yards there, and the Bills have the first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Mayfield to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Go, Mike. Delta.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
Hurry!
Comes to me.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Kings!
Mike 50.
Hey, Echo!
Hey, come on, no, come on, no.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Here we go. Check three.
Again, it's Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That's it, man.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 120.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Marr now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Extra score, Jets 27, Bills 17. McFasher set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score.
And that's caught inside the 35. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from